Top 10 Sci-Fi Fantasy Series, Part 2. I have a number 5 is a book that I feel like a lot of people have forgotten for some reason in this series. His Dark Materials really talks about particularly the themes of adolescence, and adolescence in a very complicated way, dealing with how we learn about our sexual identities and our appetites and our own persons outside of how we were raised, and especially how religion and culture try to take that over and overwhelm it, and the various aspects of our conception of God and existence and how that will change who we are and who we want to be. This is truly a phenomenal work in that a child can read it and just love the adventure, and an adult, I just recently reread this, it basically feels like a philosophical tome. Number 4, A Song of Ice and Fire, or as many people know it, Game of Thrones. People have said a lot about this series already. There's not much I can say except it's just a beautiful, sprawling epic. George R. R. Martin is a wonderful, wonderful writer. A slow writer, but a wonderful writer. Now, I know some of you who watched my part 1, which does my 6 through 10 favorite sci-fi series, will be like, wait, you already said Realm of the Elderlings. And that's true, because the Realm of the Elderlings, the full 16 books are wonderful and a great series, but I know there are people who are just never going to pick up a 16-book series. And so I'm telling you, you guys need to read this. It's just a trilogy called the Live Ship Traders Trilogy. The sexual ethics and gender ethics, and how, again, when magical elements are in play, you can exaggerate and emphasize certain aspects of patriarchy and sexism that you can't in a regular book, and I think Robin Hobb does that so excellently here while having an incredibly crafted story. And number 2 is going to be The Lord of the Rings. If you guys know me at all, you will know I absolutely love this series. It's one of the most impactful series on my life, and actually how I live. Every word in this trilogy is an absolute delight to read. Malazan Book of the Fallen is my number 1 series of all time. It just explores a myriad of the human experience, from death, the losing of a parental figure, to mental illness, to, again, sexual ethics and power structures and patriarchy, and how war and empire and country and loyalty conflict in the world, compassion in the midst of complicated, messy situations and world. And on top of that, by the way, just crazy creativity in this book. Please read Malazan Book of the Fallen. The first book is Guards of the Moon. This is the last book. Trouble with God. You'll see how many things I have there. Love Malazan.